Okay, some more problems here on section 6.1, some more slope fields, and this is number 31. So this was dy dx equals 2x plus y. So again, we've got our 12 points that we want to graph the slope. So let's fill out our table over here. So when x is negative 1, negative 2 plus negative 1 is negative 3. And then negative 2 times that's going to be negative 2 plus 0 is negative 2. And negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1. And then negative 2 plus 2 is 0. So there's a little pattern that helps you kind of double check your work. And then when x is 0, 2x is just going to be 0, so it's going to just be what y is, so it's going to be negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. That's nice. And then when x is 1, 2 minus 1 is 1. 2 minus 0 is 2. And then 2 plus 1 is 3. And 2 times 1 is 2 plus 2 is 4. So there we go. So there's our slopes. We've got to put those in. So when x is, at this point, negative 1, our slope is negative 3. It's going to be down here. It's going to be kind of steep. So I could think of about 1/3. I could think it would be kind of like this steep here. See, because this is going down 3/1, so that's negative 3 there like that. I kind of made that 1/3 to get kind of an estimate. I don't think you can see that. So I would say it would look like this line here. So it has to be kind of parallel to that, so I can kind of line it up like that. So that should be a -3. And then over here at a negative 1, 0 would be negative 2. So again, I would be going now to the halfway point, and that would be like a negative 2. You can see how this is steeper than that. And then the next one is negative 1, so that's an easy one. And these are all for x equal negative 1. This is negative 1, 1, so this is the... And then 0, good old 0, I like 0 there. So there you go, 0, negative 1, negative 2, and negative 3. And you just see that they are steeper, so you have to display that fact that they get steeper as we go down. Now here, when x is 0, we can start from negative 1 again, and it's going to be negative 1. So there's negative 1, so it just has to be parallel to that, or parallel to that, so I can kind of eye that so they're parallel. Okay, that's good. And then 0, 0 is 0, so that's just going to be 0. And then at 0, 1, it's 1, so the slope is 1. So that's a nice easy one to do. And at 0, 2, it's 2. So that's going to be like this. Let's see if I can get a parallel line here. Something like, yeah, if I go halfway from there to there, that would do it, see. So that would be about a 2. So I go from that midpoint to that. And that'd give me a slope of about 2. So, okay. Haven't done it before like that, but that seems to be a real nice, accurate way to get that using a ruler. And you can see this is one that looks steeper than that. Now this is going to be hard over here because now we're talking about 4, so we're going to have to show a steepness. So when we have 1 and negative 1, the slope is 1. So that's going to be parallel to this line. So I think I can do that. And now the slope is going to be 2. So again, I can go from this midpoint here like that. That would give me up 2/1, so that would work. So that's going to be a slope of about 2. And then this next one's going to be 3, so I would have to go 1/3, so up 1/3 over 1, so that would give me about 1/3. That's like that, so that's about 1/3. In other words, if I go 1/3 here, I'm going to go up 1/3 and then over 1, 2, 3/3. So I'll go up 3/3 over 1/3, that would give me 3, so that works pretty good. And then the last one's going to be 4, so I've got to go kind of a fourth. So something like this. I never really tried to do them like this, but it seems like a pretty good technique because you can see how it's getting steeper. I always have trouble trying to show that they get a little steeper. So this is pretty good. This works pretty nice. Okay. So you can see the slope is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's pretty consistent. So by using these little increments and kind of eyeing it out, you can kind of figure out a way to show that by getting to a half and a third and a fourth. Okay, that's nice. Okay, so that's number 31.